Hello friends, welcome back. In this video, we are going to see the comparison between InFocus M350, Lenovo A6000 Plus, Yuphoria, Xiaomi Redmi 2 Prime. So Indian market is now crowded with lots of smartphones that is well built and it is highly equipped with some high-end specifications for a very budget-friendly price tag of 7,000 rupees. So without any further ado, let's compare the things and see which is the best mobile for you. I am Thames and you're watching HowiSiT. We are going to compare these four mobiles which are going good in Indian markets. So let's compare by starting with the design. Yuphoria tops the list in out of all the four devices because of its matte finished back case. The edges are made up of metal and that gives the premium look for this mobile, and the buttons are also really good. It gives pretty haptic feedback. InFocus M350 comes second because of its curvier finish and the back is really good. It looks metallic but they are made up of plastic, the side edges. The inner feel is really good. Both these mobiles design is pretty much similar, but Redmi 2 Prime scores ahead with its compact design, and A6000 Plus comes last in the design segment. Moving on from the design side, we are going to compare this display. Except Redmi 2 Prime, all other devices are having 5-inch screen, whereas Redmi 2 Prime has only 4.7-inch screen. So all the other devices are going ahead. Apart from the screen size, Yuphoria has Gorilla Glass 3 protection, and whereas in Redmi 2 Prime it has Gorilla Glass 2 protection. So that's a big added advantage of this screen. Other two mobiles doesn't support any protection for their display, so that's a big disadvantage. Let's check the clarity of the display. I am playing the same set of video in all the four mobiles and I am showing you the same display in the camera also. You can see the display quality by yourself, whereas the Yuphoria is covered by a tempered glass and Redmi 2 Prime has a matte finished screen protector, so that may affect the comparison a bit, but I'm pretty sure all the four devices are having a good display and the viewing angles are also good in all four devices. The display quality is slightly better in InFocus and Xiaomi. In particular, there is no winner in display quality and comparison, so let's move on to the next section. After the design and display, let's compare the weight of each devices. The lightest of them all is 128 grams from A6000 Plus, followed by 2 Prime with 133 grams and Yuphoria with 143 grams. Heaviest of them all is InFocus M350 with 146 grams. Let's compare the Android version of each devices. Except Yuphoria, all other three devices are having KitKat 4.4.4. InFocus M350 has also got Lollipop update, which is yet to be updated. Yuphoria tops the table with signage and pre-installed. Moving on to the navigation key, let's compare the navigation key of all the four devices. M350 and Yuphoria has onboard keys, and whereas in Lenovo A6000 Plus and Redmi 2 Prime has capacitive keys, but both are not backlit. As you can see, they are also not very much visible at night times. Benchmark scores will give some clear winner in some parts, and M350 is a clear winner here with approximately 32,000. And Yuphoria comes second with 23,000 and other two mobiles comes last with 21,000 at average. Comparing the specs, M350 comes with 6782 MediaTek processor, which gives a faster access to games, and high-end games can be played with moderate to high-end graphics settings. And all other three mobiles are having only Snapdragon 410 chipset. And speaking of the inbuilt storage and RAM, all the four devices are having 2GB RAM and 16GB inbuilt storage. You can also extend the memory card up to 32GB in all the four devices. InFocus M350 and Yuphoria have more sensors than other two mobiles, which followed by Redmi 2 Prime, and Lenovo has the least of all the four mobiles. Next comes the deciding factor, that is the camera. All four mobiles sports 8MP rear facing camera with LED flash. Speaking of the camera interface, each mobile has different user interface in camera. Shutter speed looks pretty good in all the four devices, and speaking of interface, cyanogen mode in the Yuphoria gives more options in camera section. Let's try to compare this indoor shot and see how the quality of image is really was. M350 has more detail in the image, whereas in Lenovo A6000 Plus the image is bit oversaturated with brightness. The image seems to be a bit yellowish because of this tempered glass in top of this Yuphoria, but the details are more well compared to Lenovo, and even in Xiaomi Redmi 2 Prime the image is really good. Comparing the outdoor shots, all the 4 mobiles shot the same image, but the colors are a little bit different in all the 4 devices. Only InFocus M350 and Redmi 2 Prime has the same image color contrast, whereas in Lenovo it is oversaturated with brightness, and because of this yellow dent, Yuphoria shows it a bit yellowish, but the colors are really good in Yuphoria. InFocus M350 is the clear winner with this 8 megapixel rear camera with LED flash, and it also got a 8 megapixel front camera. Yuphoria comes second with its 8 megapixel rear camera, and it has a 5 megapixel front camera that will help you to take selfies. Even though the colors are a little bit on the brighter side, the Lenovo scores a bit compared to Redmi 2 Prime, whereas both the mobiles are having 2 megapixel front camera, so that's a bit of average well compared to other 2 mobiles comparing M350 and Yuphoria. So if you are going a good camera, go for M350 and followed by with Yuphoria. Let's compare the front camera image, where you can see the Yuphoria has a pretty good wide angle image, so the image come out to be really wide, and the color clarity and the depth is really good in M350, whereas the brighter image is in Lenovo. Because it has a 2 megapixel camera, the image doesn't came out to be really well in Redmi 2 Prime also. Speaking of the front camera, M350 is the clear winner here, and followed by Yuphoria with 5 megapixel camera, which has more saturated colors, and followed by A6000 Plus and Redmi 2 Prime. M350 has 2500 mAh battery, which is non-removable. Other 3 mobiles have removable battery. A6000 Plus has 2300 mAh battery, followed by Yuphoria with 2230 mAh, and slightly followed by Redmi 2 Prime with 2200 mAh battery. All the 4 mobiles support dual SIM with micro SD card slot, where you can add up to 32 GB of external storage. The speaker output is really good in all the 4 devices, whereas in A6000 Plus it has a Dolby Atom technology, so it gives more clarity, and Yuphoria has a built-in speaker that is more louder than any other models. Sound output in M350 is also really good. The plastic of the back case in Yuphoria is really good, followed by Redmi 2 Prime. The material made up of plastic is really good, but in Lenovo A6000 it feels very much plasticky, and InFocus M350 is also the plastic is not that great. So coming on to the final verdict, as you can see, the best smartphone you can buy right now at the rate of 7000 rupees is InFocus M350 is my personal preference, and I've already bought more than 5 devices for my friends and colleagues. So this is the perfect mobile if you are going for a perfect selfie and powerful smartphone at the rate of 7000 rupees. Followed by Yuphoria, which is having a metal finished because of its design and the camera quality. Even the screen is also really good, and that's an added advantage with Cyanogen Mode OS. And the final spot goes to Lenovo A6000 Plus and Redmi 2 Prime, but I personally prefer Redmi 2 Prime over A6000 Plus because of its personal quality and the customization that is provided by Xiaomi. A6000 Plus is my least preferred mobile models of all the 4 mobiles. So if you have any questions, or if you want me to do any other comparison video like this, do hit me out in the comment section below. You can get in touch with me in Facebook with HowiSiT. Give me a like for this video and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. This is Thames signing off. Hope to see you in my next video.